Welcome back to Going Bush. Now, Nick, Forestry Tasmania manage 1.5 million hectares of state forest.
That is a big job by any measure. Now, to get around in that forest estate, they've built a network of over 13,000 kilometres of forestry roads.
It's a lot of road.
It's a lot of road, particularly when you put it into context.
Here in Murchison District we have just over 3,000 kilometres of roads, which is the equivalent of driving from Melbourne to Townsville, so a pretty extensive network, and statewide Forestry Tasmania manages around 13,000 kilometres of road.
The roads are put there for one reason, that's allowing access to logging contractors to harvest the forest. Once that task is carried out, then they allow access for regeneration of the forest and for firefighting.
So that is the reason, the principal reason that these roads are built, in order to get the timber out of the state forest.
That's right, Nick. A log truck like that weighs over 60 tonnes, so if the roads aren't built well, they're going to crumble under the weight. Yeah.
Building such high-quality roads to take such a strain in sometimes marginal conditions is an art form, albeit an expensive one. Grader driver David Woolley has been on the forestry road crew for over 30 years.
First thing, we have the fallers go through and they road line it. Then we have the dozers come through, move all the stumps and the earth and form it up, and then we come in and gravel it. And that's how we do our roads, and our roads are pretty good standard too.
Okay, so the forestry roads, Nick, are very well built and very well maintained, but it's no point having them if we can't use them.
Well, the fact of the matter is we can use them, and plenty of people do, whether it be for mountain bike riding, bushwalking, or potentially driving a rally car.
Each year, forestry roads are the venue for several rallies, including the Mountain Stages Rally.
Some of the best in the motor rally business enjoying what the well-maintained forestry roads offer them.
From a motorsport perspective, we're extremely fortunate here in Tasmania to have such a marvellous network of roads. And just to give you an example, recently we had the final round of the Tasmanian Rally Series. The zero driver for that event was Ed Ordinsky, who was a multiple Australian rally champion, considered to be one of the best of all time. He was the zero driver. He went back to Adelaide absolutely wrapped in the roads down here. He said they were beautifully maintained and formed. They were a real challenge as far as the competitors were concerned. He loved the scenery and the bush. He was quite taken with it, and he said, honestly, Baz, they would give their eye teeth on the mainland to have access to the sort of roads that we've got here in Tasmania.
Even though some big-name racers enjoy forestry roads, you don't have to do it at such a fast pace. In fact, according to the experts, the best thing to do is slow down and remember you might not be alone.
The most obvious thing should be that they would reduce speed, because quite clearly you're not going to get the same grip levels on a gravel road that you will get on bitumen. Move to the left with any crests, because the roads are narrow. So you've got to be aware there could be somebody coming in the opposite direction.
They're quite welcome to come out and enjoy what Tassie forests have to offer, but I suppose the big message is that there are other road users, and particularly at times big machinery out here, so always exercise caution when using forestry roads.
So if you're inclined to get off the beaten track, there are more than 13,000 kilometres of forestry roads in Tassie. Just remember the golden rules. Slow down, keep left, and keep an eye out for trucks and other heavy machinery.